Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about how T.I. has come forward to urge people to use their government aid to buy some property or pretty much do something productive with the extra coins. Now, I'm going to play what T.I. said first, and then I'm going to break down exactly what he's talking about, which is not the $1,200 stimulus pack. He's not talking about the $1,200 stimulus, but we'll get to that in a sec. Here it goes.
So we were just in the studio having a discussion, man, and I just feel the need, I feel the need to share it. All y'all getting all this money from the government, man, all that PPP, SBA, all that shit. Listen, man, ain't no more mink coats in the store. And it's summertime, ain't that some shit? Ain't no more Cartiers. It ain't no more Louboutins, no more Louis, ain't no more. Go get you some property, please. Please, y'all go buy some property. Okay?
Your credit card. Here you go.
Okay.
Get your LLC. God damn.
What you say?
LLC, goddamn it. From the start, that motherfucker.
Man, that could be a bit complex and advanced. It's too much paperwork and procedure in it. It could be a patch of dirt, bro. Sure. Go to your hood and find it. Ain't gotta have no house on it or nothing. Just buy it. Buy it and hold it. You dig what I'm saying? Now that's it. Now I done told you. You can't say you didn't know. Now y'all go ahead, enjoy yourself.
All right, so when this was posted to the blogs, everybody tuned out the fact that he said SBA and PPP, and they automatically went to the $1,200 stimulus, talking about, well, what can I do with $1,200? Well, he's not talking about the $1,200 stimulus, and he's not talking about the people who are using the funds correctly. He's specifically talking about the people who already are not following the legal terms of the loan. He's talking about the SBA loan and the PPP, the Payment Protection Program.
Getting all this money from the government, man. All that PPP, SBA, all that shit. Listen, man. PPP, SBA, all that shit. Listen, man.
Now, I'm going to go over what these are because maybe y'all ain't got scammers in y'all family, and maybe you guys don't have people who are self-employed and entrepreneur business owners. Maybe you have a family full of people who work 9 to 5, so you have no idea what is going on. So when the pandemic hit, there was a lot of loans that were set in place to try to keep businesses and entrepreneurs afloat. There was the Payment Protection Program, which was supposed to help keep your workers on payroll. So say if you have a business and you have workers that work your business, it was supposed to be designated for you to be able to keep your workers on payroll. Then you had the SBA loan that was supposed to be for small businesses, and you can get up to $25,000 with this loan. Actually, I think you could get more than $25,000. But anyways, now, there was a lot of people who did not even have businesses to start with. They didn't even have employees or anything like that. And a lot of people got these loans and blew them on frivolous BS. Then you had the people who did actually have businesses, and they also blew it on foreign cars and things like that. Take, for example, Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop. Her boyfriend, Arkansas Mo, he was one of the first people I heard made the headlines on getting arrested for PPP fraud. So basically what he did was applied for the Payment Protection Program, which was supposed to be able to help him keep his workers on payroll. He applied for close to $4 million. It was like $3.7 million that he applied for. And then within a few days, he was granted roughly $2 million, where he was leasing and financing Rolls Royce. He was paying off child support. He was buying $85,000 Rolexes and just splurging the money on a lot of things that he was not supposed to be utilizing the money for. Now, when it comes to the people in the hood, i.e. some of the people that I know, like some of my family members and stuff like that, they're not going for that much amount of cash, but they still going for the cash nonetheless. I have family members who are, balling right now because they are getting these PPP and SBA loans, and they are blowing them on the same things. So when I hear T.I. talk about, at least buy property, he's referring to the people who already are not doing what they are supposed to do with the loan. And he's telling them, listen, while you out here trying to buy up the Minks, the Louis, the Gucci, the Prada, why don't you think about buying property? Now, a lot of people are like, you're not supposed to be buying property with that money, or there might be stipulations to where you can't do that. Right. There's also stipulations that you're not supposed to be buying Gucci, Louis, and Prada either, but yet people are doing it. So I think his whole angle was, hey, if you already ain't going to be doing what you're supposed to, then at least try to, buy you a piece of land, a piece of dirt, something that you can get equity out of later. There are several foreclosure type auctions where they sell homes as is. They have a lot of listings where you can go and buy a home. Oh, it might be a rundown shimmy shack or whatever, but you can buy a home for $5,000, $10,000. You're going to have to fix it up and you're going to have to patch it up. But at least it's something that you got to claim that's yours. And later on, once you do fix it up, you'll be able to get equity out of it and possibly pay your damn loan back. A lot of people are getting this money because they just want to get money quick. Oh, it's a scheme. You could get money quick, or, And they're not thinking of the fact that this is, in fact, a loan, and this is, in fact, something that the government will monitor. Now, I advise people to do what they're supposed to do. If you have a business and if you have employees or you have anything like that, do what you are supposed to do. Invest in your business, pay off your workers, and do what you're supposed to do. But like T.I. said, If or what I recollect he's saying, if you're going to be fucking off the money and not having nothing to show for it, you can at least try to do something productive with it. Period. That's just kind of what I took from it. A lot of people, they were like, oh, well, celebrities, they're always trying to tell us what to do with our money and they don't need to tell us. Well, I mean, anytime, celebrities are buying lavish gifts and doing lavish things, y'all always tell them what to do with their money. I remember J-Lo recently made headlines because she vented about not being able to buy a football team, and people were jumping down her throat like, oh my God, how can she be so insensitive? It's broke people out here. We broke. We can't do that. So we don't like the fact that she's saying that. And then I remember when Cardi B, I don't know if it was around Bodak Yellow or whatever, but she had bought herself and Offset some really lavish whips. And people were like, she don't need to be spending her money like that. She don't need to do X, Y, and Z with her money. I mean, y'all tell these rich folks what to do with their money all the time. So I don't see anything wrong with a rich person offering up advice to people who are not managing their money correctly. I don't see a problem with it at all. One of my subscribers before this had hit the blogs. He had sent me a message and was saying, he didn't like the fact of T.I. saying this, and he felt like T.I. was an idiot for calling people and calling on for people to, use the money for houses. And like I said, I don't agree with that. There are several people who feel like that. I don't agree with that. I got family members who I'm looking at day in and day out, buying rentals and buying, rims and buying all kind of stuff that they're getting with these loans that they're not going to have nothing to show for it a month later, and they're putting themselves in debt. They're not doing things that is going to even recoup the money back. They're not buying things that's going to, give them the money to pay this loan off. At least invest in something, in a business that's going to pay this loan back. That's the purpose of it. But, people will hear what they want to hear, say what they want to say, and do what they want to do. But I just wanted to make that video real quick. I've seen a lot of people equating what he was saying to the $1,200 stimulus, and I'm like, that's not what he's talking about. But then you got to think about, not everybody comes from a family who is self-made entrepreneurs, and not everybody comes from a family who got scammers in their family. So maybe they wouldn't know. But I got both. So I see it and I know. And I be like raising my eyebrow like, y'all could be doing so much better with the money that y'all got and y'all not. But, you know, that's all for this video. Stay tuned for more celebrity news and gossip. And let me know what you guys think about it down below. All right, guys. Oh, wait. Before I go, and do you know anybody who got this PPP SBA loan that's blowing it and just splurging? I don't want you to name names. Don't put them on blast like that. But is there anybody that you know that is buying up the bar, buying up sections, traveling? You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing people traveling, doing all kind of stuff with this money. Do you know anybody who's doing the wrong thing with this money? And what do you think about what T.I. said? All right, guys. Peace.